Sense archangels who are ready to help you.
Yeah, Steve-O first. Steve-O first. Bring him down.
A little bit of both.
Bring him down. Yeah, of course. Steve-O! Steve-O's in pain, bro. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe we had seen the last of Steve-O. This is Steve-O from Steve-O's Wild Ride. What was the last incident we had with him? It was pretty bad. He was doing terrible. Remember, he was going on all those podcasts to promote his special that he was selling exclusively through his website. I don't think that did very well.
And it seems like that experience scarred him.
Which one should we show? This Adam Friedland?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve-O. With my sister show guy, Adam Friedland. You know, I didn't realize this. So remember when Steve-O was on the Adam Friedland show? Do you remember this? The Cumtown guys, Nick and Adam Friedland, they're out of New York. Well, Steve-O was on their show, and I guess Steve-O left feeling like they made a fool out of him. I thought this was so interesting. You know, they kind of are irreverent like that with all their guests, and they see who plays along. But I guess Steve-O left, and I guess maybe the internet saw it as Steve-O got played. Steve-O was made a fool of. So Steve-O's been stressing about this Adam Friedland show Cumtown appearance with Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland. He's been worrying that he looked like a punk. So Steve-O, just like Bobby Lee, he's a worrier. He's a cleaner, and he likes to correct these things. You know, he likes to really control the narrative there. So he invited Adam Friedland onto his show to clear things up in a really weird, confusing, very short interview that did not go well. Let's start from the beginning. I think Steve-O's going to open the show up explaining what we're about to see. And it's a wild ride. It's time to close that van door, Steve-O, and park the car in that Walmart parking lot. That's where you got to live because you're not doing too well. You know what Steve-O drives? A Tesla Y. Or as I call it, or as Sebastian calls it, a Tesla Y. W-H-Y, of course, because why would anyone drive that? You got to be a girl. I'll let a girl drive a Tesla, not a grown man who's rich with the dad of Philip Morris or whatever. Okay, watch this. Steve-O.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to a helpless wild ride with Steve-O. This week's guest, Adam Friedland, is somebody who I was really, really determined to do everything I could to figure out who he is, who he really is. I wanted to have a sincere, honest conversation. I wanted to break.
You know, how old is Steve-O? Can you do a quick search? How old is Steve-O? You know, what you're going to see here is very similar to like what we're going to see with Rogan and Harlan Williams. You know, this behavior that Rogan's been showing an 49. Awful lot lately. He's 49. Okay, so this age group, they don't handle this comedy well. It's almost as if they really shouldn't be in the business of comedy. So this Adam Friedland, Steve-O thinks is like some sort of evil genius, throwing this guy for loops and confusing him with this really complicated comedy. It's really not even happening. Very similar to how Joe Rogan is letting these jokes fly right over his head, and they get aggravated when they miss jokes. You know, that makes you feel like a real old-timer. When you're missing all the jokes, the whole internet somehow sees it.
And he watched every video that everyone remembers.
Yeah, he watched all the coverage, REDBAR, all the coverage. So he's determined to figure this out. He's going to figure out what the joke is or what, you know, you'll see. Listen to how he explains this here.
To have a sincere,
I love this,
honest conversation. I wanted to break through to the real guy. And man, I didn't get anywhere. In fact, I was outclassed the entire time. I mean, kudos to Adam Friedland because not only is he hilarious.
You really need to stop talking.
You can't talk like that.
Can I do? It's hard. Can I do?
You have to try to fix that voice. You have to try to add other melodies.
Under this
brittle, high, mid stuff. You can't be doing a radio show with this voice. Why are you doing a podcast? Because everyone's doing one? Stick to the stunts, jackass. wait till you see this little pathetic move he tries to do here. I'm so disappointed in Steve-O.
Kudos to Adam Friedland because not only is he hilarious, but at what he does, he is arguably the greatest that there is. I got nothing but respect for the guy, as frustrating as I find him. And I find him frustrating.
Okay. He thinks Adam Friedland is just like saying dumbass shit. Like Adam Friedland has no plan. He's not a mastermind. It's not hard to get. And Adam's going to beg for him to understand this, where Steve-O thinks he's playing mind games with him. There are no mind games, so it's really funny to watch Steve-O say all this out loud. I mean, this is stuff you're going to scratch your head in the shower, fine. You know, but to watch a man try to desperately understand something that's not even happening to him. You know, the jokes have gone over your head so far, and these aren't hard to get jokes. They're plain as day. You'll see he's going to demonstrate how fucking stupid he is. Watch this.
So this one's a weird one.
It's only weird because of you.
Weird, and I am helpless.
My sister
the whole
Adam
time.
was great.
But
my brother in Israel.
It's amazing. Let's get into it.
By the way, neither Adam or Nick replied to any of my stuff. So Nick Mullen sent me an email, which I thought was fake, so I never replied. But I messaged him on Instagram. I said, hey, if you sent that email, here's the reply. Nothing. Adam Friedland, I reached out to him to congratulate him on knowing me and knowing us. Nothing. So either of these guys don't get, they probably got so many girls cooking in those DMs, those New York girls, that they don't even know that there's guys like me all the way at the bottom screaming for their help. Right? Can someone reach out to Friedland and go, this guy Mike, he's been trying to reach out and give you your care package after the nice things you said. You're avoiding him. That's going to lead to investigations. There's no reason Adam Friedland shouldn't be calling me up and going, hey, you want to meet up for lunch? There's no reason.
You guys
for
would
that.
have a nice
We'd have a nice time. I need a Jew friend to talk about all the hatred I'm getting.
You do need a Jew friend. I think about that a lot.
No, I'm kidding. I actually don't get any hatred. A lot I pal around with the people doing the hatred. That's why. So I've totally converted. Like I've said, I am for Hamas. You win. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you Adam Friedland.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi,
dude.
There he is.
It's just me. I thought you guys were guests too.
Okay, now this is inappropriate. Steve-O has got these two sidekicks on his show that don't know up from down. I mean, they're about as useless. I don't know. Somebody from the South would say they're as useless as can of beans, right? The people from the South, they got a million little sayings. I wish I had as many sayings as them.
It's okay. It's 8 hours.
Yeah, so these two are as useless as a stack of keys.
That's super useful.
Unlabeled keys. A bunch of keys in a drawer that you don't know where they go. So, yeah, they're about as useless as 1,000.
Hey, the Clippers should have to say
bugs.
what hour this is.
Yeah, how about that? In every clip that you post on YouTube, it should say, this is from hour 8.5. Because it's really unfair that I'm being judged. People think like I'm broadcasting this crap. Okay, here he is. Now, Steve-O is like, really, something's going on with him. Wait till you see this. We thought it couldn't get any worse. You'd think he'd learn, he'd grow up. No, he's got these two jackass. This guy could be like one of those. I imagine this guy like used to be like a full-fledged skinhead Nazi in his youth, and now he's this guy. You know? I don't know why.
Remind me of. I don't have my finger on it yet.
But to make your guest sit here and have a conversation with just you. See, this is what's happening. These two don't really even say anything. Of course, now they are. But imagine you were invited to do a podcast with someone. You're Adam. You got to sit here, talk to Steve-O. Why these two fucking goons just stare at you? Inappropriate. Get them off the show, Steve-O. You don't need them. Are you that much of a puss? Look at these jerks. Okay, watch this.
I don't know. We're on the show.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm getting grilled right now.
Well, you wouldn't have if you weren't so
that was
goddamn
just magic,
late.
what you just did.
Well, thank you.
Once the action was called, you just became.
Ooh.
There are these stories of Kelsey Grammer on the set of Frasier.
So look at it. He's making this little comment. He goes, wow, that's magic what you did, because before the show you were sitting there like this. Now all of a sudden, totally different guy, huh? Interesting. Now, Steve-O is under the impression that everything he thinks this is like Sam Hyde in his heyday. He thinks every word out of Friedland's mouth is some complex 4chan troll to set him up. Adam is begging him to believe that none of that is happening, has ever happened. But Steve-O refuses to believe it, and he's very weary. So everything Friedland says, he's like,
Wait a second. Is this another one of your setups?
and Adam's like, no, I'm honestly just talking.
Okay, whatever.
Wait till you see this. This is really something.
Sure.
Okay.
And apparently he was got fucked up heavy.
On cocaine all the
On
time.
cocaine, like, and opioids, and like, apparently he'd be like a zombie, and
Yeah.
they'd say actually he'd be like, Niles, I can't believe, like he'd just transform.
You're telling a story about Kelsey.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
He's had a terrible life. Do you know about that?
I don't.
Everyone he's ever loved has died tragically.
Yeah, really?
Oh, looking at your cut. You see that? So he's just telling a little funny story about Kelsey Grammer. He goes, she's had a tragic life. Everyone that he's known has died. And Steve-O's like,
Is he doing it again? Is this one of those tricks that I can't follow?
Everyone he's ever loved has died tragically.
Yeah, really?
His sister was like kidnapped and raped
This
and
is
murdered.
tough.
I think his father was lost at sea.
That's not
Okay.
true.
I swear to God. Look it up.
this is the
He's
start of
looking
the
it up
show.
right now.
Why would I talk? I would never lie
I think
about
you're talking about like
Mr. Fraser Crane. What are you talking about? He's what?
There's videos of
The
like
man is an
Keanu Reeves with
institution.
the same
is
story.
the
like,
start
sitting
of
on
the
a park
show.
bench, and there's memes of like his story life.
His two teenage
No,
half-brothers
that's
died in
r-
a scuba dive.
So they look it up to make
Scuba
sure.
dive- Sorry, Lost at Sea. I think that's Lost at Sea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I'm
come
not-
in
I'm
and
not,
tell tales out of school. Lie about
Especially about Kelsey.
my
Grammer.
favorite man.
Okay.
Have you seen that show before?
Yeah, of
Frasier.
course.
This is the start of Steve-O's show.
I was more of a Cheers guy.
Honestly, I'm more of a Frasier guy.
Really?
The concept of like two like British brothers having a cop dad who can't walk good. That's good TV.
I went to a therapist.
See,
when-
he doesn't know, like, Adam Friedland was like the butt of the joke at Cumtown. Everybody hated it. Like, he's not this mastermind. Like, even Rick Glassman is, like, you're confusing him for like a Rick Glassman. Like, now that could be a little confusing. Adam Friedland, no. There's no confusion. So to be this worried and startled by Adam Friedland, Adam Friedland, he's a harmless mushmouth. You can barely hear what the kid's saying. He's a New York City freak. Now, I love him. I love him to death. And if it were up to me, I'd be smoking cigarettes with him in some French-ass looking flat in New York with Dasha.
Would you wear a loose suit with him?
I would wear anything he would ever imagine. I would be smoking. I'd be asking Dasha if she needs more cigarettes. There's no
It's the
way
dream,
that Anna and
huh?
Dasha are ever going to like Red Bar, is there? We would have to change our whole lives around to make them like us.
There's no way. There's
Once
just
they
no
like
way.
us, I'm quitting the show. Once we get Dasha and Anna to acknowledge us, that's going to be the end. Okay. And look at this guy. Don't you think this is an X skin? A hammer skin?
That guy scares
And
me.
then this guy, let me guess, you love California's taco culture? Let me guess. The Barabipas is the best food? Shut up. Big fat fucking idiot. There's a million guys like you. Millions guys like this now. Walking all over the earth, adding gas, farts to the air. A million of these guys in every public bathroom, shitting up the house, making the heat rise in the bathroom.
Ooh, he scares
He's
me.
something.
He's done something bad. I can
Steve-O,
tell.
we're investigating him. Gary, his name is, right? This guy looks like fucking Gary, what's his name? He's a serial killer, right? John Wayne Gacy. He looked like a Gacy type of guy. This is what I'm thinking.
When we were watching Baby Reindeer, we were saying that every single person on Earth is either a victim or a perp.
Yes,
And
every
this
guy.
is a perp.
So this is how we judge people now. I look into a man's eyes. I go, is this a victim I'm dealing with or the perpetrator? Many men are the perpetrator. Many men are the victims. He's a perpetrator. What would you say? Victim, right?
Victim.
Friedland, victim.
Yes.
Steve-O, both.
No, Steve-O's victim.
Steve-O's a victim. Oh, and he's okay. Yeah, Steve-O's a victim.
You can't think about it too hard.
Well,
you just gotta say
no,
what-
he did that one thing to that woman. He is victimized. He's a victim who is victimized.
It's
I
not even
think.
about specific.
What are you
incidents.
looking at? Seriously. What the fuck is... What, do I have something on my nose? What are you looking... Because I've had it up to here. This is stalking. Okay, let's show you
But
these
I was just
clips.
going to say it's not about a specific
Yeah.
incident. You just look at the guy and
You
you got to
go,
decide if he's victim or perp.
Victim or
Unrelated
perp.
to anything else. and
Unrelated to...
everybody
Okay,
is
sure.
one.
And you could see it in their eyes.
Yes.
Great.
One time, and
Let's see what-
he was like, "How
Gay.
depressed are you?" And I was
Just
like,
kidding.
Look at the mumbling.
well,
And this
I'm on
is the
season
beginning
8
of their
Cheers
show,
for
like
the
I
last
said, with all this
7
mumbling
days.
crap.
He's like, oh my god, that's that bad.
Is that
I mean, it's not good.
you could just like Cheers?
No, you don't watch 8 seasons of Cheers in like 7 days.
That doesn't seem to me like it has any correlation to depression.
I think that was that
Binge.
sounded like a lie. That sounded like a lie.
Yeah,
Your therapist as a professional would never be like,
I think we have the
Yeah.
same therapist.
you stink for watching a great
okay.
show.
So we're off to a terrible.
Anybody want to do any processing to their podcast anymore? Or just light up a couple of mics, however it turns out, throw it up online. You see all the work I got to do here with the volume control? Steve-O's too low. Friedland's too loud. I got to keep riding this thing. This is not my job to do your post-processing. I can't believe I'm the only person who ever has complained about that in the world.
Here, go back 5 seconds.
Why?
Okay.
I think we have the
Yeah.
same therapist.
You stink for watching a great
okay.
show.
So we're off to a
No,
terrible
no.
start.
Why? Every time we podcast together. No, every time I'm
Right.
you think I'm horrible?
No.
Look,
I don't
here it
think
comes.
you're
I was
horrible.
late.
I was,
Okay, let's
I was frustrated.
contextualize.
Yeah, contextualize.
Contextualize.
Before, like you walked in, I was flustered because
Today?
Well, you look.
This is happening today. So Friedland shows up late. So they're all sitting there ready to go. I can't imagine showing up late to some place with video cameras going and all these people. That's nuts. To show up late to these podcasts, turns out they're all doing that. That's one of the things I've been hearing a lot. These people show up, they make people wait an hour. I remember that. I remember when I had these comedian co-hosts on, I'd be sitting there, it's 3 p.m., we're supposed to be starting the show. Meanwhile, your whole chat, where's the show? Where's the show? And you'd have to sit there sometimes an hour till these lowlives show up. They think that's fine. Imagine showing up late to something like this. So Steve-O's been waiting for an hour. Meanwhile, he's talking about how he got in a fight with his editor while they were waiting for Friedland when Friedland was late. So Steve-O's had it up to here already.
Yeah,
Watch it.
contextualize. Before, like you walked in, I was flustered because.
Well, you look great.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I was
like
flustered
shit.
because I've got my editor working remotely, and he failed to do something critical,
Oh, it was his fault.
which has compromised my entire schedule of
Your money though?
But yeah, I mean,
You
yeah,
took money out your pocket?
yeah. He blew it.
See,
and
Steve-O's a little diva. I don't think he works well with his employees and stuff. I don't think he really gets it. You know, he demands this really high level of work out of everybody. But I think he's a bad boss. A lot of these guys, I'm a bad boss. That's why I'm not a boss. I said, who do I hate more than anyone in the world? Employees. So, why do all these guys want to be the boss? Dealing with the headache that gives. Because they don't want to do any of this work themselves. God forbid they lift a finger themselves.
that makes me mad, and all of this going on while we're waiting for you to show up, and we had you scheduled at 6.
I
and
thought
it's
6:30.
now
I swear to God, I
6:45.
apologize.
Yeah. So
Do you think that was like a big dick, like the power broker kind of art of the deal kind of move?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that
really
we
think that you accidentally think I'm like some sort of satanic force.
No.
You know,
I don't think that you're a satanic force. I think that our albeit brief relationship.
When you came and did the pod, you thought
Yeah.
Nick and I were like dickheads.
No,
We
no,
probably
no.
were though.
No, I mean, yes, you
But
were.
we love you. Do you understand?
Or
They don't
I,
love-
I,
they
I
don't love.
don't. I don't doubt that.
You know, this is what no one else but REDBAR could do. Be honest about who they like and love and all this crap. Oh, they love him. Oh, yeah? That's why you got a big kick out of making a fool of him for an hour and a half? Because you love him so much? Nobody loves Steve-O, okay? He's a joke. He's a fool. And that's okay to say. You could say that. Nick Mullen, you can say whatever you want. Release. You know, that's the cool thing about doing this all yourself, right, guys? You got your own studio, your own fans, your own money. You can say these things. You don't got to pretend that you love everyone.
Do you have a favorable impression of me?
Not
I know
favorable.
that
You were part of my life. I hurt my balls and head because of you.
I love that.
I literally did.
And I don't hold it. You were doing your thing, and it just worked out bad for me.
My thing. We just have terrible personalities.
See, I don't remember what was so bad about this. I could only imagine, you know, on the Adam
They were
Friedland
like
show,
lightly
confusing him.
Yes, and then he got
With
all
their bits.
overwhelmed.
He
And
got
then
overwhelmed
probably
thinking
saw
they
the-
were like talking mad shit about him in a way that he didn't know.
And then he probably saw the comments being like, Steve-O, this went totally over
Yeah.
his head. And now he's going, what?
Yeah, so in his mind, he thinks he was like the victim of some like underground 4chan crazy
He's
troll.
watching the tapes over and over.
Yeah, and he really
still
can't
doesn't
figure it
get
out. And everyone's probably laughing at him, like he said in the comments, and saying, wow, Steve-O doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. So Steve-O's sitting there. He's like, I gotta figure this shit out or I'll kill myself. And that's what's happening now. And Friedland's like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even remember what we did. We were just goofing.
It's not like a contrived thing. We're just bad guys with
Right.
bad personalities, and people don't like being around us.
I mean, to be completely.
Did you see their tennis heads, the two co-hosts? Watch their heads. Challengers. I learned this from challengers. Watch.
with bad
Look at this challengers fucking move as they watch the tennis. Watch.
personalities, and people don't like being around us.
I mean, to be completely.
That's a tennis meme. They did a tennis challengers meme. Look at this.
guys with
Right.
bad personalities, and people don't like being around us.
I mean, to be completely.
At the same time, brothers in turn. Oh, that makes you guys so stupid looking. Two brothers, and you are a white supremacist, bad guy. I bet you got like all sorts of sick fucking tats under this shirt.
We hope.
You're trying to like work a straight life now after all the shit you've been through, huh? Not on my watch. I will expose you for those crimes. And then you, I don't know. Yeah, you've probably been in the tamale prison. These hand tattoos, Mr. Tamale, right? He loves the taste of a tamale, an empanada. You've had one too many empanadas, fat boy. Let me guess, an empanada and a Coke every fucking day. Leaving crumbs on the couch, filling up the cracks in the couch with crumb. Creating a, what do they call that when they put that in between bricks? You know, he's doing that with those empanada crumbs. I could smell fucking empanadas on your little mustache. By the way, if you are from another country, shave the beard. Get it? I want you guys clean shaven. Okay, let's see where this goes. Steve-O's gonna... This moth, dude. Usually moths like die after a few hours
He
of
was there
panic.
again? I haven't seen him in a while.
This moth has heard the whole show before a lot of people have, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
I wonder if the moth likes REDBAR.
Martha.
Oh, it's on my like.
Fair
we
to
kept
be-
bring up
No-
this
no big
guy
deal.
over here.
To be.
Have people seen the moth flying around?
Yeah, you can
oh
see
yeah,
it.
so you could see this. This is not a CGI. Okay, let's see what happens here. Are we playing it from here now?
Yeah.
Okay.
V.
to be.
You think this
To be
guy
completely
is...
honest.
No, it's a different.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
To be completely honest,
Yes.
it was a catastrophe for me. If, like,
Why?
And I
So
don't,
his appearance on the Adam Friedland show was
Was a catastrophe for me.
a catastrophe. Isn't this interesting? Let's see.
to be completely honest,
Yes.
it was a catastrophe for me. If, like,
Why?
and I don't hold this against you.
It breaks my heart.
I don't
believe
hold
him.
this
It breaks
against
my
you.
heart. You're like Bob Dylan to me.
It was. It was. It
Of
was
hurting your balls, you're Bob Dylan.
It was the if there was one interview, podcast, almost anything that I could go back and not do, it would be
It was that
Adam
bad?
Friedland show.
It sounds a little anti-Semitic, a little bit, no? With everything going on in the world, I don't know
not
if you
even
want to be
about that.
if
It
you
was-
want to be so hateful. It's war.
It's not even about that.
But there could be hints of that, huh? By the way, Friedland's joking. Did you clock that one, or?
It's not even about that.
With everything going on in the world, I don't know
not
if you
even
want to be
about that.
if
It
you
was-
want to be so hateful. It's war.
It was just
How bad was it?
it was a terrible fail on my part.
Really?
What? You didn't do bad at all.
I did terribly. That was the
Oh, you
feedback.
felt like you did bad, not
I
like
did-
we were
yeah,
horrible.
I'm not criticizing.
Oh, okay. No, that changed. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought that we were just being mean,
No.
shitty guys, and we are. But like, you
but
are
you-
one of the
but-
few people we respect.
You were doing your thing.
I don't
and I
think it's
didn't get what your thing is.
You still
I still
don't.
don't
Judaism.
get what your thing is.
Judaism.
Okay, I don't get it.
So
And-
so God gave us the 10 Commandments.
Okay, let me tell you something, Steve-O. You have to be able to get this. I'm sorry. If you don't get it, you got to quit. You have to get this. Joe Rogan, you have to get it. Sorry, leaders in comedy. You have to get it. You've made enough money. You got to be able to get it. If you want that comedy category badge on your podcast, you have to get it. You can't not get what Adam Friedland does.
It's really.
Sorry, bro. I mean, you must be really in the dark about a lot of stuff going on in this world. If Adam Friedland is throwing you for this wild ride, which you have claimed to have been on before, Steve-O's wild ride. I say the same thing for Johnny Knoxville. These guys are dirt stupid. You see it in Johnny Knoxville's eyes. Yikes. Didn't happen to Vince Vaughn, though. Vince Vaughn didn't turn into that. You would think Vince Vaughn would have turned into that complete, utter, desperate fool. Now, he did fall into a gambling problem where he gambles on Little League hockey. Remember, we saw Vince Vaughn. He was paying his debt. He still uses like a bookie. He was placing
Remember Bookie?
Guys, you got to see the show. Sebastian Maniscalco has a sitcom where it's called Bookie, where he plays a bookie. We got to keep watching this thing. If you like
It's horrible.
horrible television, I mean, and this thing is shot terribly, but it's supposed to be like an. They're trying to make it look like a more expensive show, but it's on like a really low budget. Sebastian got fucked again. He gets fucked on all these projects. They use him and they do it wrong. It's underproduced. It's not directed well enough. The writing's not strong. And Sebastian, you got to see Bookie. We'll be playing you clips from Bookie. Believe me, once we find them. After we watch more Bookie. You got to see these types of shows.
Hey, I would watch more Bookie before I watch more Tires.
I can't get back and watch Tires. I mean, really, that says a lot. If I can't watch Tires, what do you think? I'm just such a hater I can't watch Tires?
I would love to watch Tires.
We'll watch it. Okay, let's see what happens.
On Mount Sinai.
and your whole
thing?
your whole
What
whole
thing?
Yeah, your shtick.
What's my shtick? I'm just
Why
a
do I-
fucking obnoxious guy. What do you mean? Like, I'm a
okay.
Jew I live in New York, and I don't like
Okay.
waiting. I don't like lines.
You don't like waiting?
If my girlfriend brings me to a restaurant, we have to be outside to wait.
What about
Well, I'm
people
with
waiting on you?
that.
I honestly, I hate when people complain about the service. It's like,
That's
shut
not
up
the
and eat.
question.
Right now, this very easy conversation is they're all confused now. Like Steve-O and his co-host, like they don't know. Listen to this scramble.
I hate when people complain about the service. It's like,
That's
shut
not
up
the
and
question.
eat.
Different kind of waiting, brother.
If I get bad,
You're
no,
deflecting.
I'm not deflecting. If someone gives me bad service, I tip more. Because I'm like, they probably have an awful
I
day.
can't follow
today.
any of
People
this.
waiting on you.
Wait, oh, I thought you meant in a
Oh,
restaurant.
I
No,
get
no.
that. Okay, so
Because
he
I was
wasn't
talking about
deflecting.
waiting outside of
He
a
isn't
restaurant.
deflecting.
Or he's just really that
I was just talking about us.
I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb.
Us waiting on you for the podcast.
You've got to believe Adam Friedland when he says, "I'm so dumb." I looked into it. But not as dumb as these guys.
Hey, but I just mentioned a restaurant in the sentence
small.
before. I thought you were talking about people like a waiter.
That's a good point.
Like
Steve-O and that
lucky-
Mexican
lucky
guy
fish.
should start biting each other and lock teeth.
They do have the teeth for it. They could do like a Chinese teeth trap with each other. Yeah.
Ooh, imagine the sound of their two teeth screaming against each other.
Look at those teeth. Teeth too long. Those look like fucking graves.
And Steve-O's teeth are,
Look how long
even
that is.
longer.
I gotta pull out my tape measure. That's about 6 inches a tooth, brother. What the?
And you gotta pause on Steve-O's next. His are even
Okay,
longer.
I'll do Steve-O's teeth. Those teeth are so long.
Yep.
Too long. How's his teeth? Supremacy teeth.
I don't know.
I didn't say shit.
I don't know. But in any case, I
Adam Friedland.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
the Adam
Fancy.
Friedland
See
show.
these?
it's
Those are
it's
dentures.
Center
fun.
left talk show.
It's fun and it's funny, and it wasn't the only catastrophe.
I want you to love me so badly.
I mean, dude, I respect you, and
You don't have any reason to respect me yet.
well,
Why was there a lot of feedback?
No, because
there
Nick
was,
and I.
there was so much feedback.
We're
Isaac,
appalling.
how much feedback was there on my Adam Friedland show?
From the
being a
pigs,
disaster?
from our guys.
Quite a bit of feedback.
These
there.
people are the dregs of society.
Oh, we're almost there.
You don't have to worry about these people. The economy would be better off if they die. They are a net negative on society. You don't have to worry about these freaking.
Right.
You were on Jackass 1, 2, and 3
Let me-
and
let
a
me-
half.
let me color.
Your
in.
life is so much sicker.
Let me color in.
When you threw up a goldfish, it was a moment in my life. I'm not even gassing you, dude.
I want to see Rick Glassman go and Friedland have to stay in a room until one of them wins.
I know.
Right?
So bad.
Glassman would win. Sorry.
I agree.
That Glassman, man. Don't
He's got power.
He's fucking powerful, bro. Stay away from that Glassman unless you know what's good for you.
I was like, that's on TV. Where did they come up with that?
I don't know, but the feedback was that you had Neil deGrasse Tyson, Chris Cuomo,
Yeah.
Chet Hanks,
Yes,
and all of those
intellectuals,
all
thought
of those
leaders.
people, like, got your sense of humor, like played with you, like had a favorable episode, and that compared to all of those people, I'm the
Those
one
were
who ate
different
shit.
verticals. Those were different verticals.
Right.
Under the Adam Friedland Show family of products, okay? Those guys were on the Adam Friedland Show talk show, which is just me, and I wear a suit. And we
Now
have,
I think you're lying.
I swear to God. It's very famous.
Look at this.
It's incredibly famous.
Oh. Let's see. Now, these almost look like Lee press-on nails that he's veneered to his teeth. I think he got ivory Lee press-ons, bro, from Walgreens. He said, I don't have time. I got to fix these teeth. Maybe I should try that. Should I do an episode with Lee press-on nail teeth? I'd probably look just as good as these guys, Tony Hinchcliffe and the like. I am so glad. Look, when I talk, you don't really see teeth that much. I could have a whole mouthful of missing teeth. Nobody would know. I think seeing teeth is a bad look, man.
No,
Because
but
my
when-
teeth are all rotting. Everything is
When
rotting.
you smile at me with full teeth, it's so cute.
Look how long this tooth is. I mean, this could be. Let me pull out my ruler. 7.5 inches. According to my eye, that is a long fucking tooth. God forbid that gets. I just don't know how you go about life with teeth like that. All right, was there anything else with this one? Because we still got some other stuff to do here.
You
give
could
me
go to
one.
1637, maybe.
1637. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Okay, here. Just more of this.
You want the timeline of this is one of the most boring
there's
lives
like
of all
three-
time.
there's like three
I
major
masturbated
milestones.
at 14
Here's
for the
our
first time.
double up week.
I can't. The first time I got a hand job, I came in my own face.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you?
33 years old.
Shut up!
Yes.
I genuinely respect your whole deal. I love
What
it.
whole deal? You make me feel like I'm a fucking nightmare. my whole deal. I'm just a guy.
Okay.
I'm just a person.
Your style of comedy, which is described as
Not funny?
anti-humor.
I'm not anti-humor comedy. What are you talking about? I try to tell jokes.
Okay.
It's funny. I said 33 years old, my first hand job. That was hilarious.
It was a great
And it's
joke.
true. It's funny because it's true.
Oh, I get it. It's anti-humor. That's why.
No. Still no.
Look at this guy.
Jeez.
Imagine you're Dasha, you're looking down under the covers. She's down. Whoop.
Jesus.
That happened in New York. God, I'd kill to go to New York and go to the park with him. So bad.
True.
Okay, your comedy is wildly successful too. Where
Some.
are you booking shows these days?
I do like clubs, I guess, from time to time.
Shitty clubs.
Yeah, club weekends. Yeah.
Your Patreon is going off.
That's come down.
No, it's in decline. Active decline. Seriously.
Oh yeah, how,
The trend is not looking good.
we're interested in Patreon.
So we had a
Wait, we're interested in Patreon. Can you let me know more about what that is?
Don't do it. You're not going to get a lot of sign-ups.
Interested in
You want to get 7 sign-ups?
It's going to upset you.
You know what I love when these fools launch a Patreon when they don't have the audience for it? And they'll get like 7 to 12 members. And now they got to do all this bonus content for like $20 a month. But they have to, otherwise they're ripping off the guys that did sign up. That's the best spot. Brian Callen has been in that world for years. Luckily, the 20 guys never care if you don't give them anything. So it's perfect. But Steve-O, please don't do the Patreon.
a successful podcast called Come
How
Down.
about no more celebrities doing Patreon? Sorry. What are we talking about here? You're already rich. You just got to do it as a career now. There should be no donations.
And then Sav left, and then we rebranded it as the Adam Friedland Show, which
You
is
can go
kind
to
of a
2910 for the last one.
29?
Yeah.
2910. Last one here, and then we're going to see Joe do the same thing in a real good one.
joke.
Yeah.
But I thought you said you voted for Trump. No?
No, I never voted for Trump. I don't understand it.
This is Steve-O, and this is voting for Trump.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as a video.
Okay, now here's another serious question.
Okay.
This one might be a little darker, maybe a little less fun.
Okay.
How do you get a subreddit removed by Reddit? Reddit is the most
I don't know. Reddit did it.
toxic, filthiest cesspool of garbage. And you
When people start dissing Reddit, well, that's not good. You don't want to be dissing Reddit. I mean, Reddit's filled with some very good people. It's not a good look to be a host of any sort saying,
Reddit is a cesspool of negativity and horrible stuff.
we use Reddit every day.
You were supposed to go through this like 5 years ago.
This
and
you're
be
supposed to go
far
through this
over
when
it.
you're a kid. So he's trying to figure out, well, Cumtown's Reddit was deleted. I think it was deleted because they were doing anti-Semitic stuff before the war, of course, when that was still looked at as crazy. But now Steve-O's asking him,
Hey, how do you get Reddits taken down? Because I would love if we could just get all these communities shut down. That way I don't have to. That'd be way easier for me. Because honestly, like, really my only problem is like the millions of people saying how crazy and horrible I am. If we could shut those people down, then I'd pretty much be fine. I mean,
here it is.
filthiest cesspool of garbage, and you had your subreddit
We didn't do it.
removed.
No, they were saying bad words on there, and they got kicked off. It's their fault for being naughty.
They were
They should have followed the rules and not said bad words
hateful words. It was specifically
about me.
See, he's like taking notes. Okay, so if I can get somebody doing hateful words in this Reddit, Steve-O's probably opening an account right now, trying to get the subreddit banned. He's probably infiltrating his own
And
subreddits
how much
now.
hate could Steve-O possibly be?
I know,
feel
what
like
is the
any
hate? The hate Steve-O
on
gets
Reddit
is
has
so
gotta be pretty
light.
right?
So light. Well, I'll tell you, I think he's worried about those old stories. That's kind of where all this worry and guilt comes. Because remember, people have told me, oh, Steve-O, he's involved in these Me Too moments. So I think that's where the real panic with these old timers comes from. It's really not so much the criticism, although that does sting their ego, but I think they are worried. People keep going along this path here where they're talking about me every day. Maybe they'll start stumbling upon some of my best ofs. Okay?
Said bad words.
Hateful words. It was specifically
About me.
I mean, it was the Reddit thing was it was red.
Is that on my Wikipedia?
It's on I think the Cumtown Wikipedia.
That the Reddit got taken down?
The
Wow.
Cumtown subreddit was
Wow.
taken down by Reddit because of violation of their hate crime policies.
My friend's
He has eaten a lot of cream cheese in the last month. Yeah. It's seeping out of his pore. I could smell chive-driven cream cheese
Oh my God.
coming off his breath. Okay, well, that's pretty much the point of this, right? Steve-O, it's great to see you again.
Yeah.
It's just ugly. Who's there?
A murderer.
Murderer who?
Let's kill Logic's kid. Logic, baby, ugly.